Saturday, everybody. It's January. We're in the middle of January. I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Morelia, Mexico. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we make videos and presentations about the joys of living in Mexico. It's always joyous down here. Everybody happy. Right now, I'm looking out my window, not a cloud in the sky. You can see I only have one hoodie on today instead of three. So it's getting warmer in January. The people are friendly and they're happy, and people are just out passing out tacos and pesos to everybody because it's just a wonderful, wonderful place to be. And we got people in here saying hello to everybody already this morning. We got Johnny Williams in the house from Tejas. And we got Char Williams in the house. Woo! The cold weather here in Philly has me making faster to get out. And just last week, Char sent me this. Oh, look at that. That was the prediction in Philly from a week ago. No, we don't do that down here. We don't do snow here. But anyway, if this is your first time here, welcome. First thing you want to do is click the subscribe button so you always get a notification for when we're going live. But the main thing is that in this live session, it's your show. It's a question and comment driven show. So ask your question, leave your comments about where you've traveled to in Mexico. What are you thinking about immigration? Do you have questions about that? Many people will ask me, where's a good place to live in Mexico? It's your show. This is your show. Ask questions and leave comments. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Here you go, right there. Here's where I'm. This is your first time. Post a comment. Let us know you are here. Tell us where you are. Tell us what the weather is like. The whole deal. And we got Marco in the house. I think Marco is in Chi-Town. Some people call that Chicago. And welcome. And we got Tanya in the house. Good morning from Seattle. Is it still raining there like it was last week? We got Running is My Medicine in the house. Glad you're here. And yeah, I'm doing well. Everything is good. Jim Foster, 11 degrees in Denver. That's hilarious, man. Get out of there. Oh, it's like Tom Petty said, you don't have to live like a refugee. I would play the music, but it's copyrighted. We got JJJJJ Chi-Town Wayne here in Bucerias. But be in Morelia on Sunday. Go Notre Dame. And I'm not going to talk much about football today. But, of course, Notre Dame plays the Ohio State Buckeyes Monday night for the national championship. I'm not going to talk about it hardly at all because this is all about the joys of living in Mexico. But tell me something. Why would they put the national championship on Monday night? Can't they do that on Saturday or Sunday afternoon? Whatever. It's just like, why do they make people vote on Tuesday instead of Sunday? In Mexico, they have people vote on Sunday. They know nobody's working on Sunday. Doesn't that make more sense? Why do they put the national championship on Monday night? I don't even know if I'm going to watch. David Jansen, my neighbor here. Good morning to you, Mr. David. Great to see you here. And the one, the only Tooth Fairy in the house. And Gail. I think I win the prize here in however you say that. It's negative, negative F. Yeah, you got that right. You got the F right in negative 18. That is crazy. Mary Jane in the house. Good morning, everybody. Burr. Woo-hoo. It's going to be 89 degrees here today in Mexico, and it's been warming up. Last week, I get up in the morning. It's like 6 o'clock. First thing I do is I check the weather to know how much clothes I got to put on to go walk. And last week it was like 36 degrees in the morning, 37 degrees. Of course, there's going to be a high of 72. Today, this morning, I got up and it was like 44 degrees. It's going to be a high of 75 today. Not a cloud in the sky. Mexico is fabulous. And we got Liston Henry in the house. Good morning, and all subscribers today. Good morning to you. Yeah, Gail, that's like Antarctica. Next level type SHI something. I don't know what that means. I wish I was in Bucerias. And for people that don't know where Bucerias is, if you know where Puerto Vallarta is, I'm going to say that Bucerias is about 9 miles north of Puerto Vallarta. If you're on the main highway driving through Bucerias, you would think that Bucerias is a hellhole. But if you get off the main highway and start driving on the side streets, it's beautiful. And it's not, I don't think it's going to be as expensive as Puerto Vallarta, because a lot of people don't even know it's there. But whatever, and it's right at the end of the new freeway. Woohoo! Expat from Florida. I don't know what VB means. BK, I don't know what BK means. She thinks so she speaks is in the house. Cold and rainy here in Charlotte. Ha, 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 ha. You're funny. It's 45 Fahrenheit where I'm at, and I consider this to be cold. Yeah, right here. Let me check the weather again. Let's come over here, click a button. Click this button right here, Morelia weather. Right now it is 61 degrees. Right here in Morelia, Mexico, it's 61 degrees. Not a cloud in the sky. The weather is fabulous. I was on the road this week, put up a video yesterday. I went to Ciudad Hidalgo. And I was on the bus. Takes like 2.5 hours to get there. It was a fabulous trip. I've been making a lot of trips, and this was my first trip of the year. I have a trip planned to this year. I'm planning my trips on Tuesdays. So I'm down, get out of the apartment, get a Uber over to the bus station, hit the bus station around 7:30 in the morning. So I'm on the bus around 8. I've been very lucky with my bus trips. And I tell you what, I say it all the time, but I write, hold on a second. I write down the name of the city that I'm going to, because you can get on the wrong bus. And Ciudad Hidalgo. And it's named after a guy. His name was Miguel Hidalgo. And he's famous. He's the father of the Mexican Day of Independence. Or he's the father of not the revolution, but the Day of Independence. And There are streets named after him all over Mexico. There are towns named after him, statues. They got a statue of him doing Gritos Dolores, which is the scream of pain, big bronze statues in Tlaquepaque, which is in Guadalajara. But and there's more than one city. See, there's more than one Hidalgo city. So when I went to the bus station, I had this piece of paper with me. Let's put it up here. And I had this piece of paper, and I show it to the lady behind the counter, and I say, okay, this is where I want to go. This is where I want to go. So, because my Spanish is okay, but sometimes they don't understand what I'm saying. And so you might get on the bus and end up like in Florida or something like that, like 20 hours later. So I write it down, and she says, oh, well, the next bus doesn't leave until 9:30. Well, it was like 8 o'clock. I'm there at 8 o'clock, 9. I don't want to wait an hour and a half. So I went to the next bus company. It was right next door. And I said, do you go here? Got my piece of paper. You go here. When can I get a bus? I said, yeah, we go there. And the lady says, we got a bus leaving in 1 minute. 1 minute. I was on the bus. I got video clips of this. I got video clips. I'm on the bus. 1 minute after I got to the bus station is like 2 hour and 30-minute drive on the bus. And I got more. I got clips. I got clips. I got images. I'm ready today. That's what I like about traveling in Mexico. I have so much to share, but let me see what's going on here. Expat from Florida. Bill. I am now living in Ajijic, a bit too slow for me. Do you know any reasonable areas around Puerto Vallarta in addition to Bucerias? Nah, man. I lived in Puerto Vallarta 10 years. Bucerias, you might try Malake. Malake is a little slow, but it's on the ocean. It's still a little slow. Living in Ajijic. I got my start on YouTube in Ajijic. People subscribed. Then when I left, a lot of people unsubscribed. But I'm going to say Ajijic is good for about a week. And after that, you've seen everything. It's kind of like Sayulita, which is just a little bit north of Puerto Vallarta, also a little north of Bucerias. Sayulita is fabulous. You get there and walk around, but after 30 minutes, you've seen everything. And San Pancho is right next door. Beautiful little town. And it's great if you're going to go there and write a book or something, and you just go down to the beach, write your book. But ain't nothing happening in Sayulita. So good luck. Good luck with that whole thing. We got Lisa in the house. We are here freezing in Dallas. No me gusta el frío. Woo. Lisa, are those your daughters? On a side note, I was driving from Puerto Vallarta to Ohio, and it must have been like January or February, and I got to Dallas, Fort Worth, and it was just ice city. I couldn't leave. I was stuck there for like 2 or 3 days until the bridges unfroze. No. Mary Jane, I caught that video. I really liked it. You're very welcome. Mary Jane, very welcome. And I got clips, but I have a lot to talk about. Let's see what David's talking about here. Hey, Bill, it seems to me that this winter wasn't as cold as last winter. Thank God. Hey, you guys, if you've been here for the last month, I only have one hoodie on, and I'm warm. I'm cool. I invested in this bad boy. It cost me like $8 at the grocery store. But this mofo is nice and warm. And for you ladies out there that have that long hair, that keeps your head warm. But when you got hair like mine, this is like no hair. Your head get cold. It's too cold. But yeah, so, and David would know, he's lived here much longer than me. I've only been here for 7 months. Steve McAvoy. Good morning, Steve. I'm in South Carolina. Thank you very much for letting us know that you're here, Steve. Brian Maiden. Look, Brian, the pretty boy Maiden in the house. Woo-hoo. Good morning, Brian Maiden. Always great to see you. And Michelle. Buenos dias. I am finally moved to Morelia last week. I'm very excited. Me and Michelle, we had breakfast about a month ago, I think it was. And Michelle sent me a couple of messages. In fact, she sent me a message. It must have been Wednesday morning, and I was on the bus. I'd say, Michelle, I'm on the bus. I'm busy, okay? And so we'll have to talk. And Michelle, I'm always here if I can help you out in any way. If you get arrested and they put you in jail because you got drunk and you passed out in the street or something, give me a call. I'll come down and get you out of jail. Yeah, okay. Now we got, no, Bill, I'm a little hottie. Oh, I'm the dark hottie, and that's me, Novia. Woo! We got 2 hotties in the house. We're together. I was doing some research this morning for a future trip, the trip that I'm going to make this upcoming Tuesday, and a part of the trip involves a big national park, and I'm reading through the information. Let me and the information on the park said this park is gay friendly. I've never seen that anywhere. This park is gay friendly. Oh, okay. But anyway, right on, 2 hotties in the house. Lenora Wilson, good morning out there. Cold Baltimore, Maryland. Only minus 35 Celsius. That's crazy, Brian. You got to get out of there. Axel Foley in the house. Hello, Tooth Fairy. How are you? And how is your day going thus far? If you're new here, we're all family here. We get together every Saturday. There's a lot going on, and people share images with me. Oh, here we go. Marco sent me this image. He works at the airport in Chicago, and he shared this. I don't know how he got this image. You have a drone, or are you in another tower taking this chilly Chicago image? Look, steam coming up out of the airplanes. The ground covered with snow. Chi-town. This is the Chicago International Airport. These images were sent to me this week from Marco. And if that doesn't look chilly, check out this image that he sent me. There you go. That's Chicago, baby. And that's just a little bit of snow in Chi-town. Still have up the Christmas lights. But if you have some images of your city, or if you're in Puerto Vallarta and you want to share some images with us, I'll put them up. I'll show the world. what you got. And then last week, Last week, David, my neighbor, he sent me pictures of cows walking around on his street here in Morelia. And this is what happened to me. Here's what happened to me. So I'm walking to the grocery store and I see this. There you go. A man coming in from the country. He got his horse and his stuff that is for sale. Look at that. That's the first. I've been here 7 months. I haven't seen that yet. And I'm going to show this video clip again for a purpose. Okay, let me think here. I got on some sweatpants. There's a place I walk on my walk to the main grocery store. There's a place I go, and it looks like nothing outside. And if you come to Mexico, you'll see many Mexican businesses in the city, and actually the business is on the front of the street, and that's actually just a house that they put a shop in. Okay, now check this out, right? So here, it's just a house, but it's a store, the Boutique Outlet. And this is the place I went in there, and you're going to see some prices here. There's stuff. They got stuff in here for like $1, $2. It's like a dollar store. It's cheaper than a dollar store. I'm going to play that again. There's 2 for 130 pesos. 2 blouses, 2 sweaters for 130 pesos. That's like $6. I got my winter coat. There's something for 25 pesos. That's like $1. I got a winter coat in here for $10. And this is just somebody's house. It's a lot bigger than you would ever think. And this next image is for Tooth Fairy, because first let me say Mexico is unbelievable. People have no clue how modern Mexico is. I've seen Lamborghinis down here. I see Audis, Mercedes, BMWs all the time, more so than in the United States, and fabulous houses. But I have some great places to shop. And I always talk about this grocery store that I go to. I'm not going there today, but it's one of the most fabulous grocery stores I've been into in all of my travels between San Francisco, Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., Columbus, Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio. I've traveled extensively through the United States. So I'm always talking. It's called La Comer. It is the bomb. They got everything. And I've been forgetting to tell you this. I love lobster, but the lobster in Mexico sucks. I'm just going to say it just like this. If they catch lobsters off the coast, and those lobsters suck. I mean, I lived in New Hampshire for 4 years. You go to a place, pick out your lobsters. They're swimming around. You buy like 6 of them. When you get home, you let them out. They're walking around. You give them names. Then you cook them and eat them. Yeah, I'm talking real. And when I lived in San Francisco, I would go to Half Moon Bay. For you California people, for you Northern California people, Half Moon Bay. You can go there and get a lobster tail that weighs like a half pound. This is about as big as a turkey. But anyway, at La Comer, they even sell frozen lobster tail from California. It says California lobster tail, and you can get 2 of them frozen for 2,000 pesos plus. That's like $100. I love some lobster, but I ain't paying $100 for 2 medium-sized lobster tails. For that much money, I could get like a gram of cocaine and 2 hookers. Well, let's think about it. Lobster tail, $100, or cocaine and 2 hookers. I mean, now I'm not even going to think about that. But anyway, so I when I walk to La Comer, I take this as it's like a 20-minute walk. But I got lost the other day experimenting, and for Tooth Fairy, this is what happened. It ends up that I can walk to my grocery store, and it's only like 8 minutes away instead of 20 minutes away. And this is what happened to me. I might show this next video clip 2 times. So here we go. I think I'm taking this with my glasses. So I see this. I hadn't seen this before. It's only a few blocks away from where I live. And outside it's blue. So I looked in there, I'm lost. And I look at this blue, and it's got a little teeny tiny parking lot. And I thought it was a church or something. What's this? But it ends up, it's a giant mall. It's the back entrance to a super giant mall where La Comer is. So maybe Tooth Fairy, if she goes here, maybe you've seen this back entrance. There you go. I'm walking out. I'm thinking, what's in here? Well, let me go in and look around. This is the back of the mall, and this takes you right into the food court. You can see they have Chinese food. They even have a nasty Subway in here. I've never been happy when I eat at Subway. It's like a waste of money. You may as well just buy a cardboard box and eat that. I think you'd be better off. Let's see what this is right here. Oh, that's a mistake. Okay, so we got a lot of tips. I put up 2 videos this week. One was the drone images I showed you last week with Ahihi Chapala drone shots. That video bombed. I got like 0 views on that. And then I put up the video with my trip to Hidalgo yesterday. That video did okay. It was a very exciting trip. Now, let me say this. Okay. Now check this out. So I'm on the bus. And this is what the bus looks like inside. This bus actually had a bathroom, and they were showing Harry Potter, one of the Harry Potter movies. I got issues with Harry Potter. I've never seen a Harry Potter movie before, and it's in Spanish, okay? And there were only like 8 people on the bus. I don't even know how that trip makes money. On the way there, I'm going to play that clip one more time, but on the trip there's like 6 or 8 people on the bus. Now, the annoying thing is we can hear the audio for Harry Potter in Spanish, but then the bus driver is playing his music so loud that it was hard to hear the Harry Potter stuff, okay, in Spanish, which I really didn't want to hear anyway. So what I did was I'm always telling you guys, if you're going to take these bus trips in Mexico, make sure you take earphones, and make sure that the earphones are very high quality so you can't hear anything else. And I've told you guys several times, take your phone. So I got my phone right here, and with my phone, I've got this charger because I got to be charged because I record all of my videos on my phone. Okay, so And then I got to take a Uber to get here and there. And then when I get back from my trip in the afternoon, I got to use Uber to get back to where I live. So my phone has to always be charged when I get. So let me say this. I got an iPhone, and these earphones work very well. I've got a special adapter that plugs this right into the iPhone. But the thing is, if I use these on the bus, I can't charge and use them at the same time. So what I did was with the money that you guys used to donate to the channel, what did I do? I got some Apple AirPods or whatever they're called. These mofos are the bomb right here. These mofos are the bomb. And AirPods, AirPods, that's what they're called. These bad boys are the bomb, and they're on Bluetooth. So I used these for the first time on the bus, and I was jamming to my music on Spotify, YouTube. I was watching my news channels on YouTube. And since this is Bluetooth and these things last for 6 hours per charge, and they have, I can charge my earphones like 6 times. It's like 36 hours. I only need like 10 on a 1 day there and back bus trip. And this changed my whole trip. My whole bus ride there and back was so much more enjoyable listening to my funky music on Spotify, on YouTube, listening to my news broadcasts that last like an hour on YouTube. It just made the trip so much more enjoyable, and I could be charging the phone and listening to music at the same time. I tell you, man, invest. If you're going to travel in Mexico on the bus, invest in some good headphones, and your trip will be much more enjoyable. But anyway, let's get back to the trip this week. So I'm on the bus. Well, I got 22 comments. I'm just over here, blah, 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 talking away, forgetting about I got other people in the house asking questions. They want to know things. Hey, okay, I'm scrolling back. Oh, wow, we got a whole bunch of people saying all kinds of stuff. Okay. Buck stops here. Buenos dias, Bill and familia. Glad to catch the live stream today. Happy to have you, Buck Stop. Steve, I lived in Mazatlan for a winter selling timeshares. Woo! Now that's a whole nother story right there. I love Mexico. In 2 more years, I will be living close to Merida. Now that timeshare thing, I'm going to just say it briefly because when I was living in Puerto Vallarta for 10 years, you can go on those timeshare things, and if you can last through the presentation, they give you $100. And I did it like 3 times. I mean, yeah, that's $100 is $100, right? But it takes like 4 or 5 hours, and I mean, and I'm a professional salesperson. I have a ninja in sales, and man, they work you. And if you've been in sales, you know what the term close means. And they try to close on you about 30 times. I mean, it's grueling. But when you walk out of there with that $100, okay, right on, but I just couldn't do it anymore. Marco, I work out of the city tower, old FAA tower, work for the airport authority. Thank you for those images, Marco. Tomorrow, snow 4 to 8 inches. Where are you, Axel? Going to get some Hennessy and stay locked in. No, no, no. You don't have to live like a refugee. It's another good day to view Mexico from the eyes of Bill. Mexico is fabulous. I'm still looking out the window. Not a cloud in the sky. It's got to be 65 degrees by now. Hey, man. I have pictures of horses and sheep walking around the neighborhood as well. Horses and sheep. Oh, man. Yeah. And David's here in Morelia with me. Stick to pollo and carne asada. Yeah, I love me some carne asada. I love me some quesadilla asada. We got Jamie in the house. He's in Montreal. Happy Sunday, everyone. Anna Titan, hola Bill, por gracias a usted diga de la comida y la económica. She's saying this, talk of the food and the economy. It's really cheap. Anna, and she's in Nevada, but the value of the peso is still down to record levels. So I'm going to check real quick and see how much money my rent is right now. So with the dollar being where it is right now, let's see, $1. Okay, so it's right now it's 20.79 pesos to $1. That is a very good rate. And for my rent at 8,900 pesos a month, 8,900 pesos a month is my rent, which comes to $428 a month. My rent is $428 a month. Make you want to dance. Make you want to dance. My rent is, let me say it again. My rent is $428 a month. When I moved in here, it was like $500 a month. So my rent's gone down like 70. Oh, and when I was in Puerto Vallarta, when the value of the peso was going up, I think 1 month my rent was $824 a month. I'm paying $400 a month less than I was in Mazatlan. And I see young people, young women, children, college students. I wasn't seeing that in Mazatlan. No. If you live in Mazatlan and you're from Canada, you got to have gray hair and a wheelchair. That just comes with the. But anyway, there's the economy. The peso is down. The food is great. I don't touch the women, but I like to look at them. All right, enough said about that. Oh, let's see. My sister lives in HMB. I have no clue where HMB is. Okay. Do you like tacos de birria? And for those of you that don't know, tacos of birria, that's goat tacos. Now, birria can be two kinds of tacos. They can either be goats or it can be from the cow. And it can be either one. But goat meat is really good. Tooth Fairy loves some goat meat. The buck stops here. Wow, we had lobster caught right off the coast of Mexico and cooked at Puerto Santo restaurant in Puerto Juarez near Cancun, and it was muy delicioso, but the lobster from the box stores are no bueno. Okay, that's a good tip. I have eaten lobster in Cancun. It was okay, but it wasn't like the lobster that I had in California or New Hampshire. Big box stores. Thank you very much. Yes, Bill, I have. Okay. Bill likes the lines and lasses. Yeah, I like to look, but I'm celibate. I look at them and smile and remember what it was like to be 18, getting my heart broken. And I tell you what, I tell you what, with my earbuds, I wear them here in the apartment all the time. I've only had these a few days now since my trip, and I was listening to on YouTube. They had a video with 2 hours of 70s music. And in the 70s, well, I graduated high school in 74, graduated in college in 78. I mean, I had so many women, but in the 70s, and this 70s music for 2 hours brought back all these women memories. I was remembering women I hadn't thought about in years. Oh, and with these things, I can play them loud in my apartment. Nobody in my apartment complex of 8 units makes any noise at all. I never hear anybody. They must just go bonkers listening to me every Saturday morning. But anyway, I put these in and I can just jam 70s music. Hey, some of the natives in Albuquerque, is that right, would like to enjoy a short stay in Mexico for travel experiences. In my notes, at the very end of my list of notes, I'm having a flood. My brain. The more trips I make in Mexico, I just see such everywhere I go is fabulous. This trip this week was fabulous. This trip I'm going to make this coming Tuesday is going to be fabulous. I've been to almost all the Pueblo Magicos of Morelia. There used to be 8 of them. They added one now. They say there are 9. I've been to 7 of them. Pátzcuaro was fabulous. The Christmas town, fabulous. And I couldn't do this in Mazatlan because Mazatlan isn't near anything. You got the ocean there, but there's nothing going on anywhere around Mazatlan. Same with Puerto Vallarta. But in Morelia, being right in the middle of Mexico, there's so much that you can see, and I could live in a whole bunch of different places, but okay, I'm talking too much. Wow. Yeah, okay. Yes, okay. Crazy Boy Radio in the house. Great to see you. We're wishing you a wonderful day also. Okay, now here we go. Yes, Bill, I've been inside the place. Oh, the wonders of living in Fantastico, Mexico. Yeah, so she has been in that mall, and she's the one that told me about the food. Buy a York combo heat and air con. Hola de Querétaro. Ha, 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 I got it. Querétaro. Yeah, okay. I think it's saying get one of those window units or a wall unit that does air conditioning and heat. Good tools. Buck stops here. Yes, sir. Got my AirPods in right now. Don't leave home without them. I love those things. The York came with my apartment. Good for you. His hair back. That's funny. Back from crack. His hair. I ain't got no hair. I wonder if that could be a certification. It is good one. Ninja title in retail sales. Japan would own that one. Yes, I do have a Ninja in sales. So is the Indian rupee. West Africa announced paid in full country's debt. Okay. My rent keeps going up. Oh, something else on my list to talk about. Talked about this a little bit last week, but just a little bit. But God bless the people in California and Los Angeles that went through that fire. Who could have predicted that? And then people were talking about how much they were paying for rent. Some of these people were paying like $1,600 a month, $2,200, $3,000 a month for rent, or they were renting, and I talked about it, but last week I didn't know too much about how horrific the fires were. God bless those people whose homes, they were home owners or renters, and all that stuff just went up in smoke. God bless you people, and best of luck to all of you getting it all back together again. Oh, Half Moon Bay. Yeah. Oh, HMB, Half Moon Bay. Thank you. Thank you. I love Half Moon Bay. If you ever get to the Bay Area, San Francisco, you got to go to Half Moon Bay. I've been there 1,000 times. Sammy D from Tennessee. Happy Saturday, Bill. We had snow and ice on the ground for 4 days here in East Tennessee this past week, and supposed to snow and ice again tomorrow. We do. How do we send pics? Yeah, send the pics. Marco sent his pic to my email address. And here is my email right here. You can send email to Bill. I'll leave this up for about a few minutes. bill.dallas.lewis10@gmail.com. Yeah, just send the images there, and I'll take them into Photoshop and get them all ready. That's bill.dallas.lewis10@gmail.com. Let's go back to comments. Dodio do. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Right there. SP and KC. Is there a Mexican version of crawfish? Something in a Cajun? Yes, there are. Crawfish. And my grandmother used to take us fishing all the time. She would take us and my other cousins fishing right outside of Marysville, Ohio. I mean, we'd go up there. We get up at 6 in the morning. We get up there at 6 in the morning. We'd be at the lake at 6:30, and we'd be catching bluegill, catfish, and crawfish. Yeah. Have you heard of that $30 billion train? Yes. I have never heard of a bullet train in Mexico. I think it's the first one. It sounds flat out incredible. Yeah, I got to get on that. 70s music, play that funky music, right? Also on YouTube, Uh, when Ohio State played, I think it was Oregon, like last week, I was listening to a Prince version of Play That Funky Music. I love Prince, but oh man, he hits, it's on YouTube. Just look it up. And Prince is or was the man. And when he plays Play That Funky Music, oh my God, yes, okay. Okay, now let's just keep on going here. Axel Foley. Bill, other than traveling, what else have you done in Morelia? Have you attended any local festivals, meetups, wine tasting, etc.? Axel Foley, I tell you what, man. Um, uh, I'm going to be honest. I make YouTube videos. I plan my trips. I'm taking trips. Then I edit the video. This YouTube channel consumes all of my time. This is what I do. I make YouTube videos. I edit the videos. I put them up. I write the search engine optimization for the videos, and then I chill out. I mean, I take a trip every week. I'm on the road every week. I don't need no festival. My life is a festival. But here in Morelia, there are festivals every week. There's all kinds of stuff to do here. Have you visited Cotija, Michoacan yet? Let me take a screenshot of that, and I'll check it out. Is a dairy town where queso Cotija is made. I took a screenshot. Let me check that out. Have you been to Cruz de la Huanaxe? I hope I spelled it correctly. It's near Puerto Vallarta. Maybe I have. I don't remember. Okay, now. La Piedad, Michoacan is another town you should visit. I'll take a screenshot. Okay, now I visited Michoacan from 2001 to 2007, and Reggie, the first one to contribute to the channel, Reggie Meggs, contributing $20 to the channel, and that's how I pay for all my trips. That's how I buy my iPods. And thank you so much for contributing to the channel, Reggie. Okay, Mexico is one big festival. Tooth Fairy's right. It's I have no desire at all. I have no desire at all to visit the United States. None. My family says, well, when are you coming back? I mean, next month, I think the 2nd of February will mark 20 years in Mexico. My sister lives in Marina del Rey in Los Angeles. I have a lot of cousins. I had a 50-year high school anniversary in September. I didn't make that in Columbus, Ohio. It cost me like $700 to go to Columbus, Ohio. Why would I pay $700 on an airplane of connecting flights and then pay expenses while I'm in Columbus, Ohio? That's like, if I stay there a week, that's like $2,000 to visit Columbus, Ohio. Who the hell would spend $2,000 to visit Columbus, Ohio? I don't even go to visit my sister in Los Angeles. Who the hell wants to visit Los Angeles? I don't think so. My second wife of 10 years is from LA. I've been there a million times. I mean, Mexico all over is just fabulous. It's the bomb living here. It has everything. It has everything that I could ever want or need. I am broke and everything's super expensive all the time. I am not broke and nothing is expensive down here. It's cool. Just living in Mexico gives you so much to do, so much to discover. Every day is an adventure. Thank you so much, Tooth Fairy. Money broke from food and expensive. It is outrageously expensive here in the United States. Nobody is friendly from tight economy. I'm telling you, man. Tom Petty said it. You don't have to live like a refugee. You don't have to leave. Get the hell out of there. People are friendly down here. Oh, I order online from La Comer for home delivery the next day. Very good. Reggie, hello, Bill. I'm having some trouble with the chat feature, but I wanted to let you know I love your channel. I traveled to Mexico every year for a month from Laguna Beach, California. I've been by there. I've never stopped at Laguna Beach. My ex-wife grew up in Palos Verdes. I've been there a million times. Yeah. Chris, what do you do for medical insurance? That's a popular question. For medical insurance, here's what I do. I eat well. I walk 5 miles, 5 mornings of the week. And I stay away from negative people. I stay away from all negative people. They can be my family members. They can be friends that I've had for 85 years. If they're negative, I don't ever talk to them ever. That is my health. Oh, and I meditate daily. And I read inspirational literature every day, every morning at 6:30. I'm reading inspirational literature. And before I go to bed, the last thing I do before I go to sleep is I watch a motivational video on YouTube, walk my 5 miles 5 days a week. That is my health insurance. My other form of health insurance is never going to the doctors. Because if I go to the doctors, they're going to tell me something, and I walk in there, I'm healthy, and the next thing I got 8 forms of cancer, and they're selling me like $5,000 worth of prescription drugs I need to take every month. So there you go. My health insurance is no doctors, exercise, stay away from negative people, and I stay very busy, and that seems to do the job. Bill, is it hard transferring your money check to a Mexican bank? I know many expats down here that have Mexican bank accounts. Okay, I know a lot of people that have Mexican bank accounts. I don't have a Mexican bank account. My money is with my bank in the United States, and that's good. All right. Russell Barnes, Ola. One of the reasons I left Reno, Nevada was because it could be -16 in the winter time. And Russell Barnes, I got to call you, dude. I just been busy, man. Russell Barnes lives like a block and a half away from my apartment. And we just hooked up for the first time like a couple of weeks ago. We still haven't seen each other yet. We've exchanged emails and phone numbers. And Russell, thank you for showing up. I got to hook up with you soon. When the public festivals occur, can tourists like yourself jump in and join the dances? Yes, they can. Is the dance part of it open to the public? Yes, it is. Low blood pressure, high dual citizen here living in Texas. Congratulations. Rashawn, how do you buy property in Mexico? Okay. Hold on a second. Give me a second here. Okay. Okay, the first thing is okay, now here you go. I have many videos up on buying properties in Mexico. I have many videos. I just put up a video about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's on the channel with Katie Ibarra. And we did a video 2 weeks ago, me and Katie, and she talks about all the new rules about buying property in Mexico. And let me put this in chat. Let me go over here. Okay, come on. Okay, let's go right here. Where's that? Right there. Okay. And I have a playlist also. I'm finding this video. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Oh, here we go right here. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, here we go. Copy this. Let's close this window. And Rashawn, I'm going to post this video in chat. Here you go. Now that you can watch that, and the interview is with Katie Ibarra. She's an Ajijic Chapala. Or if you go to go in here, go to buildgeek.org, go to FAQs, and at the very top of FAQs, you will find a connection with Rosie, who can help you buy property in Morelia, or Pátzcuaro. Katie Ibarra can help you buy property in Ajijic, Chapala. And between those two women, they have all the answers to your questions. Now, the main thing is they changed some rules. And with the rule changes, pretty much you need to have a visa, a 1, 2, 3, 4-year visa, or a permanent visa. And you have to pay cash for the house. They don't have financing down here. You can have financing. I've seen financing, but the interest rates are out the butt. I mean, you're going to pay interest rates out the butt. Everybody down here that buys a house pays cash. So there are some resources for you. Health insurance, no doctors. That's right. Born in Chicago, 1942, South Side, over 63 years traveling to Mexico. I will be 83 in October. God bless you. For medical care, I pay out of pocket. It's cheaper than paying premiums. Ola Bill, your neighbor Russ. Yes. And that's true. Going to the dentist is cheap. Doctor visits are cheap. I mean, out of pocket works down here. There you go. Since 2021, Social Security check. I might have to see if Bank of America has a sister bank in Mexico. I get a Social Security check. It goes right into my bank account in the United States. If I want some money, I just go to the money machine with my card, get cash out of the bank. I'm going to pay some bills today. I'm going to pay for my cable bill today, and the money's going to come from my bank in the United States, but I'm just going to pay my mega cable. I'll get online. Hey, yeah, there you go. Now, okay, there you go. You're very welcome. Big time adventures. Is it easy to get temporary or permanent residency in Mexico? Is it easy? They have a lot of solvency requirements. Now, that's a tricky question. For most people, for most people these days, you need to show the Mexican government that you're making somewhere around $3,000 a month. And you're going to have to provide them with 6 months to 1 year of financials that show them that you're bringing in and from your bank or whatever. You got to show them 6 months to 1 year financials of you bringing in just about $3,000 a month, or you're going to need to have like either $50,000 or $75,000 in the bank. Okay, now for some people that may be easy. If you have visited Mexico before and you can prove it and you've got the documents, there are ways that you can get into Mexico by bypassing all of that paperwork. But the only way you can do that is to have a good immigration attorney. Rosie, if you go to buildageek.org, go to FAQs, you'll see Rosie's information at the top of that page. If you have visited Mexico before, they have a program where you can bypass all of that paperwork. How's the tequila? The tequila's good. I leave it alone. I never use it. Open a Charles Schwab account and get reimbursed for ATM fees. Yes, Charles Schwab is the best. Just crossed the border, 11-2. Was a go for the first time ever. Have to go back to Washington for 3 weeks in February to work. I'm dreading it. I already love the more relaxed lifestyle. And also, let me say, if you are working online, I've been working online for 20 years down here. I love it. I taught online classes for like 10 years, $45 an hour. And I know a lady that does counseling down here. Where does she live? She lives in Mazatlan. She makes $150 an hour living in Mazatlan. Her rent is $700 a month. She's making like $9,000 a month, single, and she's a counselor. I mean, there's no reason to live in the United States and pay money out the butt. No, I don't think so. That's crazy. Whatever. Oh, so if you work online, come down to Mexico. Oh, I know another guy in Mazatlan. He does counseling online. All of his clients are throughout the United States. He makes big money. And to work online, he's on the phone at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. He's done at 1 o'clock in the afternoon because he's working what do they call that? Eastern Standard Time. But he's making money out the butt. And he loves it. He's at the beach at 1:30 every day in the afternoon, drinking beer and tequila too. All right now. Navy Federal Credit Union is the best worldwide. I have no clue about that. And Tooth Fairy, thank you so much, girlfriend, for contributing that big money to the channel. This is how I travel. This is how I pay my rent. Thank you so much. I am Wendy from Canada, and I read online that the National Bank has affiliations in Mexico and the Bank of Nova Scotia. Although I have a Tangerine Bank card, which I'm told does not work at something. Okay, now, boy, stuff's just going on now. Reggie, Bill, can you tell me what the best hotel is in Morelia? Let me do some looking around. I'm going to say in Morelia, look in the El Centro. In El Centro, around the plaza. If you got the money for it, they have some fabulous hotels right around the plaza. And it's not difficult to find. Just go to Google Maps, find El Centro, find the plaza, and if you can stay at one of the hotels right on the plaza, you will not regret it. I stayed at an Airbnb a block from the plaza. It was $100 a night US, but it was fabulous. The Airbnb, or get an Airbnb near El Centro. Don't even get a hotel, get an Airbnb. That's the way to go. It might cost you $100 a night, but get it right in El Centro. You can have a stove or a refrigerator. You can walk everywhere. You will not be sorry. In 2 years, I'm going to Mexican consulate in North Carolina and get my Mexican residence. Then bring a beach house in Progresso. Okay. N&T Anderson. We want to start scouting cities to move to with limited time in each city. What should we make sure we look for or investigate? Okay, now this is good. I'm going to have to think about this. Where to start? Just, I've lived in a lot of places. I've only got screwed one time on an apartment where it was a scam in Puerto Vallarta. But I've lived in a lot of different places. I've never been screwed. Now let me say this. The way I found my current, and I have 3 videos up on my channel about how to find an apartment in Mexico. But the way I found this apartment was I had an Airbnb near El Centro in Morelia. And I asked the Airbnb owner if he could help me find an apartment. And he said, oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. And so he gave me a list of 5 apartments. And we looked at them, and this is one that I picked. I'm going to say, as you go to places, if you can afford it, stay at Airbnbs. And Airbnb owners are pretty stable, and many of them have properties that you can rent from them, and you get to know them. So I'm thinking if you go with Airbnb places to stay, then ask the Airbnb owners to help you find an apartment. I think that cleans out a lot of the riffraff. Okay, that's all I can tell you for right now. But I have 3 videos up on how to find an apartment in Mexico. Okay. MJ, I would love to work online, but haven't found a remote position yet. I'm an RN, and I'm looking into tutoring nursing students. Mary Jane, that is an excellent idea, because you have a niche market. That is a niche market, and you can charge for that. All you need is a good website, and with a few students, all you need is a few students to float your boat. And I have a class. I'm teaching a class tomorrow. My client is in Florida. I don't do this anymore, but he's been with me for 12 years. And he's going to pay me $45 an hour, which is low. That's low. I should be charging like $90 an hour. And for in that business, tutoring nursing students for the registry exam, that's high money consultation. You just need some good search engine optimization, get your name out there, start charging people $90 an hour, and you'll make them enough money to pay your rent. I'm telling you, man, and more. Verlaine, it's always great to see you. Are you in Canada or are you back in La Paz? Low blood pressure. If you have a one parent born in Mexico, you may qualify for citizenship. I did it with a Mexican mom. I'm considered Mexican born abroad. There you go. There's another alternative. Buying a beach house. Strip smartphone. Okay. I doubt if you understand my post. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Thank you for that announcement on women with good income in Mazatlan. You can work. You can work online. It's just pulling your head out. I've been down here 20 years working online. 20 years working online. And it's fabulous. You're your own boss, make money, it's good. I avoided all that paperwork by marrying my beautiful Mexican citizen wife 12 years ago in Nevada. I had no idea at the time about it would affect my situation. Good for you. Buenos dias, Chris in Chicago. Welcome, dude. Tangerine Bank, which is an online bank, has no fees, but I read online that it does not work in Mexico. You got to figure out what works and what doesn't work. Right now, I'm at my home base, Colorado Springs. I was snowed in for 2 weeks. Ha ha. That's funny. Sun came out 2 days ago. I woke up. Snowed again. Hey, nah, man, get out of there. Buck stop here. I get out. I need a local bank here. It makes paying rent much easier. My landlord has the same bank, so I transfer his bank account. So much easier. I love banking in Mexico. Good for you. My landlord lives next door, so once a month I just give him cash. Okay. He got deported. Oh, no. Too bad. He is gone. Buena semana. Okay. Merida is the safest city in all the Americas, including Canada. Good for you, Steve, but that place is hot as hell. And I don't like that humidity. That's why I left. That's why I left Mazatlan and Puerto Vallarta. I'd rather be a little chilly in the winter and wear like 3 hoodies than in the summer. It's like 100 degrees and you can't go outside because you'll melt. So I prefer this climate here in Morelia. So we still have some more clips. So this week. This is the scenery from the bus, but before I show you that, oh man, I'm looking for something here, and I don't think that I put it up. Nope. Nope. So this bus ride I took, it was a beautiful bus ride, and we're on a bus ride. We're headed to Ciudad de Hidalgo, and it was like a 2-hour bus ride, but it was just so beautiful. I mean, there you go. And the closer you get to Ciudad Hidalgo, the Ciudad Hidalgo, the more mountains that you see, all the beautiful farmland. I mean, look at that. Sure, I'm playing my music. Sometimes I'm looking at YouTube stuff, but I mean, this just looking at this scenery is like being in Disneyland. Fabulous, and this is around 8:30 in the morning. Look at this. I'm from Ohio. You can't see stuff like that in Ohio for free. Mountains like that, trees. They got pine. They got all kinds of trees up there. It's just, and I'm paying them to give me a ride. They should be. I mean. There you go. Then the bus ride there. Yeah, it was 2.5 hours. Pretty much, it's a direct bus ride with pretty much no stops. On the way back, we stopped in 3 small towns. It took like an extra half an hour, but there are and most of these places have high speed internet, and I bet in a little town, I don't know. I lived in a small town called El Arenal between Tequila and Guadalajara. I'll never live in a small town out in the middle of nowhere again. But when I say small town, I mean like it has like 2,000 to 4,000 people now. That's a small town. But most of I'm going to say all of the trips that I'm taking lately on the bus, this is what you're going to see. Small towns, big mountains, especially if you're headed east of Morelia. When you head east of Morelia, look at this. Look at this, man. Yeah, for 2.5 hours, I can just look out the window. I'm like, what? What's that? You know, what's that? People live here. You know, what are they doing? What are they doing? Look, I mean, yeah, I can live like that. So I finally get to town. Now, on many of the trips that I've taken, sometimes the towns don't have bus stations. They just let you out on the street somewhere. But this town actually had a bus station. So, and when I say bus station, that's like they have a place and you see buses. It's kind of hard to define. So I'm in the bus station and I asked the lady, well, can I get to El Centro from here? And everywhere I go, it's almost like the question is, take me to your leader. Well, all I have to do is find out where is El Centro, and that's where I want to be, or where is the plaza. So when I got to the bus station, I just asked the lady, well, can I walk to El Centro from here, from the bus station? She said, sure, just go down here and make a turn there, and you'll be there. So I leave the bus station, and it takes me to this park. And now I'm about a 1/4 mile from the bus station, and that's a statue. It says Ciudad Hidalgo there, and it's a statue in a park, and it's this is the town of the family, and the park, the park that I'm in has this giant plaza, and that sign right there on top of that building, it says Biblioteca. Biblioteca, that means library. And I went in there, and so I found the park, and I asked the head library lady. I said, well, am I getting close to El Central? She said, yeah, just go down the street, walk like 6 blocks this way, and when you see a bank on the corner, make a left. Okay, but I sit in this park for a while, and I'm gonna stop this. This is where my special secret glasses come in, because I see these kids in the park, and they're a group of special kids. So I don't want to put a camera on them, but with my special glasses, they don't even know that I'm videotaping them. And this was very special, I think. This is a group of special children, and it's like they were having an outing in the park, but they were having a problem getting to the sidewalk. And cute little girl there. I think she has Down syndrome, and I helped her with her chair. And this kid, he's looking at me. He doesn't know I have a camera on. He's just looking at me like, "Who are you? What are you doing?" I just have like my video sunglasses on. He doesn't know it's a camera. But just, gosh, they had as many nurses as they did kids with them. And so I get there, and I watch the kids make that video, and then I just walk through the park. Now this park, it's a beautiful park, and the park, I'm about 6 blocks from El Centro, and look at how clean everything is. Very clean. And now I leave the park, which is like a block away from the main drag, and this city has a population of about 120,000 people. You're going to see a lot of people in this video. A lot of people. This is around noon time. And took this shot for Brian Maiden. There you go, rotisserie chicken. There you go, man. I think one of those, you can get one of those for like $6. Yes, yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, yeah, look at that. I love me some Mexican rotisserie chicken. Uh-huh. There you go. But this city, Ciudad de Hidalgo, again, 120,000 people. The altitude is about 6,700 feet. It's a big city, but they had all the big box stores. What does that mean? They had none of these you would see in the city, like right here. The place is filled with restaurants and shops, but on the fringe of the city, they had like big movie theaters, Home Depot, Office Depot, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Sam Club, Sears, KFC, Domino's. Yeah, 120,000 people. They got all of that. And that woman, she was kind of large, if you hear what I'm saying. So I let her walk down the street because she was blocking my shot. But again, right now at this time, it's about 12 o'clock, 12:30. A lot of people hustling and bustling around town. And you could find a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, fully furnished apartment in the range of $350 a month. $350 a month to about $600 a month. If you pay $600 a month, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, if you want to pay $700 a month, you could probably get a whole house. Now I'm headed to the plaza. That is a saddle shop and leather goods over there. But look, you will not see one piece of trash in the street or on any sidewalk. And the people were really friendly. But again, this is Wednesday. This is around noon. And check it out. Wednesday noon. Look at all these people. Look at how clean everything is. And the women were beautiful in this town. That varies from town to town. Small streets, but banks. We're headed to the plaza now. Now we are headed to the plaza, but gotta stop because we got another rotisserie with fresh cooking chicken. And you know how brothers like chicken and watermelon. I just throw me in there with all of that. And I finally get close to the plaza. This is how, when you guys donate money to the channel, this is how I invest your money. I finally make it to the plaza. And I just had to just sit here. This plaza is smaller than the one in Morelia, but the concepts are very much the same. I love plazas that have these like arched walkways going all around the plaza. This must be a federal office because they have a bunch of police inside with guns and machine guns and that kind of thing. But very peaceful. Again, notice all of the people walking around at around 12:30 in the morning. Woo! Just lots of shops, lots of restaurants, lots of people chilling out. And look at all the motos, the motorcycles. Lots of that. People saving money on transportation. This was a very friendly town. Very friendly town. And I loved all of these small streets. Small streets, super low prices, lots of food, babies. Yeah, people having sex, having lots of babies. Don't spend much money. There you go. Yes, that's how I invest the money that you guys donate to the channel. And I got to check something over here. I got to check something. Yes, I want to thank Char Williams for contributing to the channel. Thank you, Char, so much for your contribution to the channel. Thanks for showing up, clicking that like button. And she did it by clicking the donate button that's in the description below. Thank you so much, Char, for contributing to the channel. And here's my last video clip. I just sat in the plaza and I'm learning how to use my glasses better, because when I first got my glasses, like, you know, And here they are. When I first got my glasses, woo, don't I look handsome with my glasses on? Oh, okay. Okay, so I got my glasses on, then I have on this hat right here, right? Woo-hoo! Woo, hey, man. Hey, nobody wants to rob me. look, hey, ain't no woman want to hit on me. Look at how goofy I look. But this is when I'm walking around town. This is what I look like. Nobody bothered me. They think I'm homeless or crazy or something like that. But with these glasses, you can't move your head too much. I've learned I have to think of myself as a tripod. And whenever I turn the glasses on, which just takes a click of the button over here, I just function not to move my head at all or very slowly. So I sat in the plaza and just shot video using my glasses. So this is around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. 1 o'clock, 1:30, I sped it up. But look at all the people in the plaza. People just talking to each other. No sign of crime, no dirt. There's not a bottle cap. There's not a cigarette butt on the ground. Nothing. No dirt. No crime. Just friendly people. I could live in this town. It was fabulous. And let's see if we can kind of look on the map at where this place is. We can see Morelia right here. And this town is right here. Ciudad Hidalgo. Ciudad Hidalgo. There you go. About a 2-hour ride. And it's a big city, actually, with 120,000 people. I could live there. I could live in that city. I could live in Pátzcuaro. And if you're visiting Morelia, this is an excellent day trip, and maybe spend 2 nights there. I was looking for hotels, and the hotels were running anywhere from $25 to $50 a night. So, okay, so let's go back to comments and see what's going on. So that was the trip. That was the trip from this week. Now, let me say this. I didn't, because of the holidays, with Christmas and New Year's, I'm not traveling then. Christmas was on a Wednesday. New Year's was on a Wednesday. I'm not traveling then. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. Time to travel. But now it's mid-January. I can travel again and get on the road, go places during the week when the Mexicans are working. That's when I want to travel. So this is where your donations go to the channel. Okay, let me catch up here. Okay, Verlaine is in Canada. Woohoo, V. Okay, we'll call her V. Thank you. V is in Canada now. Bundle up, baby. Woohoo. I heard the creepy crawlers live in Merida. Yes. What they call them? Geckos. The geckos. Oh, but they had those in Puerto Vallarta, and they had those in Mazatlan also. And I remember the first time. Those are the little lizards. They're everywhere in Puerto Vallarta. They're all through your house. In Mazatlan, they're all through your house. And I remember my first week in Puerto Vallarta, I got up in the middle of the night to get a glass of water in the middle of that. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. It's dark. I looked down in my sink in the kitchen, and there was a lizard. I jumped about 35 feet. It scared the crap out of me. I'd never seen a lizard in my kitchen sink, but we ain't got those. We ain't got those here in Morelia, no. And then in Chapala, we had scorpions. I lived in Chapala 3 years. I killed about 100 scorpions. Kept them in a jar. They can bite you and kill you. No. I love the heat. In 2 years, yikes, I'll be 70 and do nothing but playing golf and laying on the beach. Good for you. Bless your life. I'm terrified of lizards, cockroaches, and snakes. Woo, girl. Ooh, I hear you on all of that. Nothing worse than wake up and there's a big cockroach crawling in your ear in the middle of the night. 1972, the U.S. is always full of political drama. I'm tired of it. Yeah, man. With the election and all of that, with what's going on, I was a junkie with all that pre-election stuff, but the stuff has gone crazy. It's just crazy. No, I'm just down here. All I do is make videos, edit the videos, and mind my own business, and that's enough for me. Are there bed bugs in Mexico? I think that bed bugs are international. I've never run into any. Oh yes, let me think of it. Where was I? I know where I was. Okay, let's look at the map. I've only run into bed bugs one time. And let's look at the map. Let me show you where this happened. Let's zoom out. And let's go to Mazatlan. Okie dokie. Okay, when I was in Mazatlan, I went to Los Mochis. And I went to Los Mochis to take the El Chepe train, which is like a 16-hour train ride headed north. It is a fabulous trip. I did videos on it. The scenery is unbelievable. You go through Copper Canyon, which is like 5 times the size as the Grand Canyon. But it kicks off in this city here called Los Mochis. And I spent the night in what looked like was a nice hotel. And I picked up bed bugs. I forget the name of the hotel, but if you watch the video, I take video shots of that hotel. That's the only time I have run into bed bugs in Mexico, and that was in Los Mochis. Low blood pressure. You ever go to Distrito Federal, Mexico City? No, I haven't been to Mexico City. I'm thinking about it though. But another thing that I'm thinking about also right now in Mexico, throughout Mexico right now, it's high season. And this is when tourists come to Mexico. So I'm going to travel. I'll be traveling every week going somewhere during the week. I'm not traveling on a weekend. That's when the Mexicans travel. So I'll be traveling every week, but I will be limiting my travel, extensive travel, especially to popular places like Mexico City until summertime. We'll see what happens. The hotter the place, the more likely you will see crawlers. That's right. And Thank you so much, 1972 MYC, for contributing to the channel. I'm telling you, man, first of all, thank you for contributing to the channel. But uh, um, uh, I've met people that have watched my videos and moved to Mexico, and they look like they're on drugs, and they want to go to like breakfast with me or something. I meet these people, and they look so happy, and they look like they're on Quaaludes, and they haven't taken any drugs, they haven't been drinking anything, and it's like noon or 10 o'clock in the morning. They look so relaxed, and they're so thankful and so happy to be out, specifically to be out of the United States. It's fabulous. There's just too much conflict in the United States. Oh, and there's just too much conflict. And let me go back to one of these videos. Okay, let's go to this video right here. No, not that one. Let's try this one. Okay, now look at those people. You see anybody looking at me? Nobody's looking at me. I got on my glasses and my goofy hat. Nobody's looking at me. They don't care. I'm invisible. I'm just a person. Nobody's staring at me. I'm just some homeless guy with goofy glasses and a goofy hat. That's how most of Mexico is. It's like that. So it's just wonderful. Oh, okay, now, yummy, so good. Brian Maiden loves the food. I know you do, bro. Okay, bed bugs are in those affluent hotels in America. Do some research and you will find all the bed bugs, and stay away from America. Yeah. America is home of the bed bug. They were invented in the United States. And Jamie, thank you for contributing to the channel with them Canadian dollars. Thank you so much. And Axel Foley, Grabacer, Besa, stay thirsty. Mi amiga, thank you so, mi amigo, thank you so much. Kevin, where do you purchase the glasses? I got the glasses on Amazon. Just go to Amazon. What did I search for? I searched for spy glasses. And I have to thank Char Williams for really getting me moving on. I mentioned that I wanted to, but she did the research and she found a pair for me. It wasn't on Amazon, but it was somewhere, but I bought mine on Amazon. And I think sometimes this year I am going to upgrade these. These cost like $50, and they do. Oh, and they record sound. Their sound quality is good. And as long as you don't move your head around too much, it's okay. You have to remember to keep your head steady. But what I want to do is get some of these glasses that have they call it a gimbal. And with a gimbal, if you go like this, you can't tell it. It stabilizes the image. But I think that's going to cost me like $200 to $300 for some glasses like that. I'll have to wait till midsummer to get those. But I'm very happy with these. But I don't even know the brand name or anything like that. They last for like an hour. Which is fine. And so I only use them. Usually my main camera is the iPhone. The main camera is the iPhone. But when I got to be sneaky, then I turned the glasses on. When I'm using the iPhone, people freaking out like, why are you taking pictures? Then it's time to slip these bad boys on. Go to work. Hear what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Ray Garcia in the house. Summers in central Mexico and winters on either coast. Summers in central Mexico and winters on either coastal cities is my plan. Okay, that works. Bill, you're spot on. I left Dallas, Texas, where I was born and raised, because I got tired of passing out from heat exhaustion during the summer. Simply walking from my, I don't play that heat and humidity. No way. There's lizards everywhere here in Corpus Christi, Texas. David, sorry to tell you this, but they do have lizards here as well. You just haven't seen them yet. Oh, listen to what David's talking about, Tooth Fairy. You just haven't seen the lizards yet. When you're sleeping at night, Tooth Fairy, you're in your bed sleeping, and the little lizards are crawling all over your face and everything, licking you in the ear. Yeah, Brian, I don't mind lizards and snake, but no bed bugs. I know bed bugs. Yeah, cockroaches. No. Don Cole, Ola from Florida will be back in Chapala next month. Don Cole, always great to see you in the house. Mexico equals freedom. Yeah, I feel so relaxed. I tell you, man, I can't imagine. Oh no, United States, I don't think so. I'm done. Yep. Nice. Okay, you guys. So let me check my list here. Let's see. I'm checking my list. I have written down here also. I don't know if Mexico. I don't know if Mexico is good for everybody. But it's good for me. I have a lot to do. I take my trips. People contact me. They want to go to breakfast. They want to get together. I'm at the point now where I'm almost too busy to get together, because if I get together, go to meet somebody for breakfast or something like that. That takes a day. I need days to just create video, edit video, plan trips, do research. So I stay busy. I'm thinking, hey, Tooth Fairy said one week, somebody asked, well, if I move to Mexico, what am I going to do with myself? And Tooth Fairy said, well, what do you do with yourself now, wherever you are? I'm thinking, hey, I just stay busy. I stay away from negative people of any forms. Any form of negative people, I just shoop, gone from my life. Any negativity, gone from my life. I read positive stuff. First thing in the morning, last thing before I go to bed, I stay busy doing what I do. And then I have written down here, don't worry, I'm not recording. Okay. Oh, that's funny. I just learned my soy glasses. I might need my own pair. How do you control the camera by hand or remote control. Okay. Let's see. There are the two buttons right there. That's how you control the camera. The top button, the one right next to my eye, that's how you turn on the video. You just click it once, and the other button is for a single shot. That gives you like a camera shot. So what you do is I'll hold this button down for 3 seconds. That turns it on, and then it starts recording right there. And then to stop recording, I hit it once, real fast, bam. That stops recording, but it doesn't turn off the video camera. It pauses it. So, and when I'm not recording, it doesn't use up battery. So I can not record and it's not using battery, but it's still turned on. That's about it. So I just, and then when I'm done recording, as far as I know, I just hold this button down for about 4 seconds, and that turns the camera off, or it turns the glasses off all together. All right, Steve, if you want to live like you do in the States when you move to Mexico, it will be expensive. You have to chill out and relax. Yeah, man. No, United States is just too much conflict, too expensive. No. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Now I'm getting ready to shut down here, go to the store. I got to do some consulting work this afternoon. But the last thing on my list was my best friend's mother from elementary school, Ruth Laughlin. She did a drug consulting. She was a nurse. She did drug consulting at Ohio State, and I mean like drug counseling. And her husband got a divorce. Her and her 3 sons were like my best friends for like 30 years. But I remember, and their house was the house that all the kids would go to. When I was growing up, we'd go play basketball, football. When we got done, we'd go over to the Laughlin's house. And, they had a pool table, a ping pong table in the basement. I mean, you could be yourself with Mrs. Laughlin. Mrs. Laughlin, Ruth Laughlin. Never called her Ruth ever in my life. I always called her Mrs. Laughlin, even when I was 45 years old. But I don't know how I ended up talking to her on one Friday night. I know that I was an adult. I must have been 25 years old, probably trying to get a hold of her son, Pat. But I was talking to her. It was Friday night. She was saying, "Oh, so what are you doing tonight?" "Oh, I'm going out to this bar, that bar." And I asked her, "Well, Mrs. Laughlin, what are you doing tonight?" It's Friday night. She says, "I'm going to stay at home and read a book." And that kind of blew me away. It's like, what? It's Friday night. You're single? You're going to be at home reading a book? That was beyond my imagination. 25 years old, Friday night, I'm going to be out at a bar somewhere. So I say that to say, if you live in Mexico, there's so much that you can do with your mind. Positive thinking, positive learning, positive experiences. I guess you can do that anywhere in the world. But that's the last thing on my list. So I'm getting ready to get out of here, go down to the store, do some consulting this afternoon. Okay, now. Okay, adios, Axel Foley. Everybody's getting out of here. Got to run. I'm getting out of here myself. I want to thank everybody. And if you're watching the rebroadcast and you want to donate to the channel, let me look over here. If you're watching the rebroadcast and you want to donate to the channel, there's a donate button in the description below. Also, we got a new Facebook group. We have about 400 members. We started like 4 months ago. There's a link to that in the description below. So I'm going to take a trip this week. It's going to be a good trip. I will have clips on that trip coming up this week. And that's about all I have to say. So thanks everybody for thanks everyone for joining us this week. I hope everyone has a great Saturday and Sunday and a whole life. And if you liked what you saw today, click the subscribe button, because we have many more adventures coming, especially in this year of 2025. So I'm just going to tell everybody adios, hasta luego, que te vaya bien. Love you all and back. Thank you so much for sharing this time with our family this Saturday morning. Bye. Bye, everybody. Signing off.